We considered the Fernando option, but at that moment, he wasn't interested in driving for Mercedes. And he was offered a long-term contract at Aston. This weekend, Formula One arrives at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Before the traditional race in England, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff took a jab at Spanish driver Fernando Alonso of Aston Martin, revealing that the two-time champion turned down a potential move to the Silver Arrows. Of course, at the beginning of the year, we considered the Alonso option, but at that moment, Fernando wasn't interested in driving for Mercedes. And he was offered a long-term contract at Aston. Fernando would have had many more titles if he had managed his career differently, just stated the team principal with a hint of irony. Not satisfied, Wolff was further provoked to comment on Alonso's inclusion in the list of the top 5 drivers in F1 history, made by Max Verstappen, the talented Dutch driver from Red Bull, whom Wolff is trying to lure to Mercedes. I agree with that list, just said Toto, referring to Max's selection, which, besides Alonso, includes Britain's Lewis Hamilton, Germany's Michael Schumacher, Argentina's Juan Manuel Fangio, and Brazil's Ayrton Senna. Wolff didn't miss the chance to make a sarcastic remark about Alonso's career. Fernando is an incredible driver, no doubt about it. But who knows where he would be now if he had accepted our offers? Maybe with a few more titles in his pocket. But everyone makes their choices, right? Meanwhile, F1 fans eagerly await the race at Silverstone, where rivalries and stories from the past always add a special flavor to the track battles. And, of course, everyone is keen to see if Alonso will ever reconsider his stance and join Mercedes, or if he will continue to carve his own path, always surrounded by expectations and controversial decisions. Toto Wolff's statement is undoubtedly provocative and raises interesting questions about Fernando Alonso's career. Did the Spaniard really miss opportunities that could have led him to more world titles? In hindsight, it's easy to say yes. However, it's equally important to recognize that Alonso always chose paths that offered him challenges and new opportunities, even if they weren't the safest. Alonso is known for his exceptional skill and fierce determination, qualities that led him to make bold decisions. The choice not to go to Mercedes may have been one of those bold decisions that, despite being controversial, define his character and racing style. It's clear that Mercedes, under Wolff's leadership, has become a dominant force in F1, and imagining Alonso behind the wheel of a Silver Arrow is, at the very least, intriguing. On the other hand, Wolff's insistence that Alonso could have more titles if he had managed his career differently sounds a bit like self-promotion. After all, it's easy to criticize decisions in retrospect, especially when you're leading a team that has dominated F1 in recent years. What Wolff perhaps doesn't acknowledge is that each of Alonso's choices, right or wrong, has contributed to making him the respected, feared, and unique driver he is today. Ultimately, the careers of F1 drivers are shaped by a complex combination of talent, opportunity, and decision. Alonso may not have the same numbers as other great names, but his legacy is undeniable. And perhaps the true measure of a champion isn't just in the titles he accumulates, but in the battles he chooses to fight and the passion with which he races. So while Toto Wolff speculates on what could have been, we, the F1 fans, continue to appreciate what is, the thrilling career of Fernando Alonso, full of highs, lows, and a lot of excitement. After all, isn't that what makes F1 so fascinating? If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about the incredible battles and heroes of Formula One, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting F1 news.